In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to apply a few different oil pastel techniques to your analogous color scheme animal or floral story. So if you look here, this is a finished animal that's made using oil pastel with blending techniques, okay, and also a little bit of solid coloring. And I use the Analogous color scheme red-orange, red, red-violet, and violet. So I'm going to show you my animal here. Now, some students ask me, for example, if they chose a mountain hare, and the mountain hare is brown. Well, how am I going to make it analogous color if it's brown? The answer is that this frilled lizard was not violet and red, violet, and orange. You're the artist, you can change it to any color that you want. So let's say, for example, I want to make an analogous color scheme that it's yellow, yellow-green, green, and blue-green. So I'll show you a few different ways that we can do that. So we'll put this right here. So we can do regular coloring with our oil pastels. So let's say, for example, I wanted to make part of the ground in here green. So you can color lightly. So a lot of times students mistakenly use oil pastels like crayons, so they would just stop at this point. The really nice thing about oil pastels is that you can blend them. You can blend it with your finger, and I usually recommend blending against the grain so that it's smoother, or if you don't like how it feels on your finger, you can take a paper towel and wrap it around your finger like this. Just don't smooth the whole area, just concentrate on a certain area. So then it gets this nice soft blended look. Another thing that you can do is that you can blend multiple colors together. So that was me showing you solid coloring. I'm going to show you blending two colors. So let's say that you wanted to make, for example, yellow-green. If you look at the box, there's actually already a nice yellow-green in here, so you wouldn't really have to blend. But there's no blue-green, so in that case, you would get a blue and a green. And let's say you wanted the sky here, or the bush area here, to be a blue-green. So there's two different things you could do. You could do this, and then kind of let it be almost like the stippling technique, where you're showing the texture, or you could blend it smooth. So you could do a light coloring of green, and a light color of blue on top, and then you could blend it together, make a little more blue, and you get a blue-green color, so you can see the difference there. Another thing that's great is you can show two colors blending together. So if you wanted to have a certain area go from blue to green, what you could do is color darker with the blue and then color really light with the blue. And then on this end, color kind of dark with the green, and then light with the green on top, and then blend like this. And you can see it goes from blue to blue-green to green. So those are all some different ways. Another great thing is things like blended strokes and stippling are great for adding texture to your animal. So we talked about observational drawing. So if you look at this animal here, this hare, he has kind of a furry texture. So you could do some stippling, and do maybe another color on top. Another thing that you can do as well is if you want to lighten any of these, it's called tinting colors by adding white. You can either add a white on top with techniques like stippling, or you can add a white on top of an existing color and then blend it, and it creates a lighter value of that color. So those are just some different techniques for coloring with your oil pastels, using your analogous color schemes. Just remember that you want to make sure that the colors that you choose, you're very thoughtful about making sure that you have colors next to each other that are different so that there's contrast in there so that it doesn't all look like one thing.